What it is, YouTube? We back at it again. It's your boy Aqua Dread, and we here to talk about Power Season 5, Episode 1. And man, did we pick up where we right left? Or did we pick up where we right left off at? We're not gonna talk about everything in detail, but we're gonna touch on every character and the major key points that I think you should focus on and be aware of this year. First, we're gonna start off with the main man, Ghost. Ghost right now is like, man is out of his head, bro. Like he's on a warpath because he lost his baby girl. So like, and he's blaming Tasha, he's blaming Tariq, Tommy. Not so much Tommy, but he's finding anybody to blame but himself. You know what I'm saying? And he has to come to grips with, if you was never in this life, your daughter probably would have never been succumbed to this, or your son. You know what I'm saying? But since you chose this life, it comes with consequences. This whole episode, he's trying to uphold his image as being the upstanding guy that he is. Nightclub owner and everything, which I'm still trying to figure out between him and Dre, who really owns the nightclub, because Ghost went in the nightclub at all. We had Raina's funeral this week, and Ghost had some scenes with Lamar Tate. I think that's how you say his name, O-Dog. And I don't know, it's just something shady about O-Dog. Like, O-Dog got to be in the business, and it's got to be like, to me, I think it's like BMF or something. Like, it's like he only wants black people around him. And I don't know if that's because he's got private organizations, or he's fighting for black rights or whatever, but he really doesn't want anybody else around him. Not getting to that later. What else happened? He tried to catch up with Dre. He trying to take Dre out because, Dre is the reason that, Tariq met Ray Ray and, was acquainted with Ray Ray and didn't tell him. And then, even though Raina died and everything, he still didn't tell Ghost who he was, where he was, or nothing. And what else? Oh, yeah, and he actually sent Tariq to die. When he told him where Ray Ray was. He wasn't expecting Reek to come back, and if he was, it just didn't seem like he would. It seemed like he cared, but he don't. And I'm gonna get into that later. Tasha. What's Tasha on this show? She's just feeling, this whole episode, she mainly just feeling for a dollar and wanting to know what happened. Tariq told him what happened and everything, and she's more so in the headspace of, I lost everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, where she at, she don't even care that if Ghost and Angela mess around and all that. All she cares about is that she lost a baby girl, and she will never get her back or get another one. You know what I'm saying? And the way that Ghost is acting, she's letting him know, like, bro, you're not about to leave me to raise 2 kids, so you need to straighten some shit out and get your head together. I'm just telling you, Angela is in a position because she think that Ghost killed Ray Ray, and she went there, and everybody's trying to prove that she's dirty, which she is but isn't. And in the position that she's in, she has to work with the family to stay out of prison herself. So there's no hope. I mean, no hope. So far, I don't think there will be a threat from Angela this season, unless they can prove that she did something illegal like that she did in the first episode. Unless they can prove that, I don't think she'll get caught, because she usually doesn't. She clean with it. Dre is just being Dre. He think he the boss. No, I think he is the boss now. You know what I'm saying? He making moves, doing his whole club thing at the day, drugs at night. You know what I'm saying? He's with Jimenez and everything. Tommy is still Tommy. Tommy's feeling it, but Tommy got his head on straight, like, right now, like, in a sense, like, he's still meeting his family and everything, got to deal with the Teresis and all them. He still got to deal with the Ukrainians, whatever I forgot what they are, but he got to deal with the Russians or Ukrainians, whatever they was. And then, like, you see how protective he is of Tariq now that he's his only grandson. Like, Kay's trying to get information on him, like, what's up? How Tariq doing? What's going on? And they not really trusting him, which you can't. I mean, Ghost set this man on fire. You can't really trust him. And Ghost mentioned that when the episode first started, like, Kay, we can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? Kay was like, nigga, you set me on fire. How you gonna come at me sideways? But it gets deeper than that. He was like, you ain't the forgiving type. So we're gonna dive into some details, a few that I think that people need to watch out for. One I think people need to watch out for is Tasha's relationship with her lawyer. Now, we all know they built a little relationship over the last season or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But it seemed like, I went back and I watched last season before I watched this episode, and it seems like he's not only like interested in her, he's coercing her to he keeps coercing her to turn on Jamie and not leave him. And like, to me, it seems like this man might be connected to Larenz Tate, because we know how Larenz Tate has all, like, he's proliferate, he prides himself on putting black men in power. So I can see him having a connection. The lawyer that got Ghost out of jail, I can see them having a connection and working towards taking down Ghost or making him work for them. It was this one scene at the funeral, right? Uncle Tommy came in late as usual. He was handling business, setting stuff up, meeting the Italian side of his family, the mob. And we got to the point to where, you know, it was time for everybody to sit down. And Larenz Tate walks up and is like, hey, Tommy can't sit on the front row. And Ghost just looked at him like, nigga, like, everybody just looked at him like, bro, what's your problem? And then Tasha lost it. Tasha was like, hey, bro, this is her godfather and my brother. He's sitting by me. And it took Tommy himself to be like, all right, look, I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna sit. I can sit a row back. I'm not gonna cause a scene at my baby girl's funeral. And then they chose Tariq. No, Tariq asked to do the eulogy. You know, he got up there. I thought he was actually crying, and he felt some type of way about losing his sister. You know what I'm saying? The first couple lines got me, because I feel like if you twins, you have a connection. Like, I feel like if you have a twin, I feel like you have to have a connection. Like, losing a twin is probably like losing an arm or a leg. I don't know personally, but from me seeing how twins interact with each other over my 24 years of life, it seems like you really do lose a part of yourself if you lose your twin. So he was crying and stuff and doing all this. But right before that, Tommy had told Ghost that, you know what I'm saying, they got eyes on Dre and it's about to go down. So he faked this little cry, ran out, and he told Dre to run. Why are you saving the man that sent you to go die, bro? Like, I'm highly confused right now, bro. I think Tariq really gonna mess with Dre. Either he's setting Dre up to kill him himself, or this boy is just stupid, bro. Like, they had that in the bag, and he don't know the repercussions of his actions. Like, one of the men that tried to capture him died, so that leaves Tommy in a bad position. Y'all gonna see on the episode. It leaves Tommy in a bad position, but gosh, man, Tariq is so dumb, bro. Like, why? All this shit could have been done in the first episode, and we could have been dealing with bigger issues than that. But anyway, Dre got away because Tariq warned him about, you know, his father and them coming for him, so he got away. And he came back and gave Kanan, Tommy, and Ghost a Jimenez card, basically letting them know if you fuck with me, you have to fuck with the cartel. Period. That was their one shot to get him without the cartel knowing that it was them, and it failed because of Reek. So they gonna have to team up. I feel like they gonna either team up with Larenz Tate, because I'm pretty sure he looked like a BMF, all black type, a Black Crowd Family type, you know what I'm saying, guy, but in a more political standpoint of power. You know what I'm saying? Like, the man has power, just not just on the streets, is what it looks like. Because like last season, he was pulling dudes off the street and telling Ghost to hire him and set him up here, do this and that. So I think that's gonna be dope, bro. They ain't brought about the first kill from season 1, episode 1. That girl where he killed her fiance and sent her home. Bro, she's talking about she know who Ghost is. This, that, and the third. She's sure it's him. I'm like, but how can you just go off of a voice? You know what I mean? Like, there is no physical proof that places them at truth. And she don't even know that she was at truth. You know what I'm saying? And that was like, what, we're going to say 4 years ago. Since it was 4 years ago, I'm pretty sure the way he had them cleaned it up, there's no trace of blood there or anything. So that's my question. I wonder how, well, I'm hoping he get away with that. So it's your boy Aqua Dread. Holla at me.